You. Welcome to Home Part 1, the release.
Absolutely, guys. It's so good to have, well, a few people in the vicinity with us for this amazing, amazing launch, and we cannot wait to get stuck into it.
Yes.
So welcome everyone.
If you don't know, this is Noni.
Hello.
And my name is Duffy. If you've never met with us before, it is wonderful yet to have you with us, and it's very, very exciting. And we have a lot planned tonight.
Yeah, so good.
Well, we're not only just going to see these incredible videos and hear the incredible music that was recorded right here, Noni.
I know.
Right in the space of the foyer.
It's holy. It's holy.
It is holy. But what other things have we got for everyone at home?
We've got some giveaways as well coming up, but that's going to be right at the end. And if you would like to participate, there's some trivia questions that we've got as well. So they'll be staggered throughout the night. So make sure you pay attention.
We are still working on what those trivia questions are.
It's true, guys.
We've actually got no idea.
We've got one sorted. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
That's right. And make sure that as you're watching tonight that you share the feed with your friends.
Absolutely.
Get everyone involved.
Get on board.
And perhaps you know someone who you feel like, wow, this is really going to minister to them. Well, why don't you share the feed on your page, and that would be really great.
Yeah, so good.
So we've got, as I said, some interviews, not only from some of our songwriters, but actually some of the tech guys as well that have worked on the project, both from a visual and an audio perspective. And
they can't wait to get in front of the camera.
That's right. Well, they're always behind the camera, aren't they?
Exactly. It's their time to shine, really.
I don't know whether we'll actually get them to stop talking.
I know.
That's my greatest fear.
It's going to be a bit of a challenge.
They're just going to talk to oblivion.
That's fine, though. We'll have a timer. It'll be fine.
We need one of those.
The clappers.
One of those hooks. Yeah. Oh, yeah, clapper. One of those hooks just to hook them on. No, they're great. They're great people. Well, the first person that we'd like to introduce to you tonight to have a chat around this project and I guess what it means, and I'm fairly sure he's going to be pretty proud. Or is pretty proud, because I'm pretty sure he's had a sneaky little look already. Is our amazing senior leader, Mr. Peter McHugh.
Yes.
Pete, would you please come and at home give Pete a rousing applause? Even though
that worked.
Yeah.
That worked.
Can we do that on Sundays?
Absolutely.
Well, we were talking today about actually doing some of our services in the foyer.
It's a great place to do a service.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, every person is at the volume of about 16.
That's right.
You know, with the echo and all of that kind of stuff.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, that's right. So it's nice to have you with us, mate.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm just thrilled to be here.
Yeah, and it's a really exciting night. Exciting night for the team, for Stairway Music, for the whole church, but no doubt exciting for you as well.
Yeah, and Pete, it's so good to hear your heart whenever you speak. So, but this time round, we just want to ask you about this particular project. Obviously, you've seen pretty much every single person who's been part of this grow up in Stairway, and you know their individual journeys, and when you see these projects come to life, what does it feel like for you?
Yeah, I mean, how do you find the words to describe overwhelming emotions? So 30 years ago, we moved down here with a team of people that were the age that all of you guys are, or, well, not as old as this fellow here, but the majority of you. And so, I was 33 back in the day. And to see the flourishing community is really important to me. The community that has made this possible. The individual stories are exciting, and I'm thrilled about them. But, this is a project called Home, and it's all about community. It's about the fact that God has called us to live in community. When Jesus said, "Come follow me," he was saying, "Come and be a part of my community." And so I think as much as I celebrate the individuals, I celebrate what it means for this community inside of our larger community here at Stairway. So.
Awesome. I imagine it would be like being a proud dad.
Totally,
Pseudo-children.
As Duffy said, I've had the privilege of seeing the clips that everybody else is going to see tonight. I saw them about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And tears roll. So, because you just go, flip an egg. Yeah. Is that really us? It is the extraordinary quality that people are about to be engaged with tonight.
Yeah.
I expect it from places like Bethel and Hillsong, but heck, those guys have been left in the dust with this. So,
No, that's amazing.
Does this ever get old for you, mate?
do I ever get old?
Well, no, I'm pretty sure I can resonate with that answer, or what that answer might be. But
I have to start wearing beanies.
Yeah, that's right.
I like the idea.
Yeah,
That's right.
It
Hashtag ordinary
youthifies.
people. I'm sure Lani would be happy to furnish you with one. But yeah, does it? I mean, because I know we would sometimes into your office and say, "How about we do something like this?" And most things you don't even know that go on
That's right.
these days. But it mustn't get old. It must.
Oh, no, not at all, because we're continually evolving. We're a family that's discovering new things together, and to see how this community, the songwriters, the artists, the tech guys, everybody that's involved, how they capture where we're going. So it can't get old, because it's always an expression of the new and where we're going. And the church keeps growing and new people get involved, and so there's some faces here tonight that weren't involved in the last project, and so that's just wonderful as well.
Yeah.
One of the things that I'm thrilled about with our most recent projects, this one included, is the amount of collaboration that is involved across all the different creative teams. And I know for you and Lynn, that's always been part of your heart, hasn't it, around how everyone can find a voice, everyone can find a part to play, to play their part in God's great narrative.
Sure.
Why are those sorts of things so important for you and Lynn?
I think because we want to empower people. I have the privilege of representing Stairway all around the world, but Stairway is only possible because of a whole bunch of people that have been empowered. Everybody's playing their part.
Yeah.
And so empowerment, helping people find their destiny, everybody wants to add value, everybody wants to have some sort of purpose. And so to be in a position where we can create an atmosphere, create a culture where that can flourish, it's just a wonderful thing to see happen. And to see people finding God in their own way and having God encounters, having their own history with God. I mean, that's what we're here for. So,
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Awesome.
We have a whole heap of people watching, and I think a
That's
lot of
great.
your friends too, Pete, online
I hope so. I wrote to
tonight.
them and told them.
Yeah, that's right.
$100. So
Really?
it's coming out of this budget. But
Worth
anyway.
it. Worth it.
Because there's like 70 of them here, so
Wow,
we
already.
might be in deficit already. No, I think Andy Gorry, the great Andy Gorry, is watching along
Fantastic.
with us tonight. Ash Purton down in Tasmania, wonderful
Beautiful.
church down there who we're
welcome.
very well connected to. Jared Grad's watching. Welcome, Jared. He's also
Jared
in the room.
is also in the room.
He's watching twice.
He certainly is. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. We hope you're enjoying it. And we're going to go to the very first clip tonight. I'm a little bit
Fantastic.
excited.
This is
and a
great.
little bit nervous, no, but not really.
it's great.
So our first song tonight is There Is No Other. Let's roll the first clip.
Who has placed the stars like diamonds, commands the waves and open seas? Who has drawn the mountain sky? Who is this majesty? I'm in awe that you are mindful, that your desire is for me. I am captured by your beauty, held in the mystery. And I will give my life to you. Each breath I take is yours. There is no other. There is no other. Lord, you are the keeper of my heart. My love, you have it all. is no other. You have opened up my eyes, the lifter of my head. There is no other. There is no other. There is no other like you. There's no other like you. You've opened wide. You have opened up my eyes, the lifter of my head. There is no other. There is no other love. You have opened up my eyes, the lifter of my head. There is no other. There is no other. And I will give my life to you. Each breath I take is yours. There is no other. There is no other, Lord. You are the keeper of my heart. My love, you have it all. There is no other. There is no other like you. There's no one like you. No one like you. And there's never been anyone else. I searched all around and found there is none like you. I've searched all around and found there is none like you. And I've searched all around and found there is none like you. Ooh, and I've searched all around and found there's none like you.
Oh my gosh. Welcome back, guys. Amazing.
I mean, tears,
Yeah.
butterflies.
Guys, don't freak out.
Everything.
But the singer is right here.
Hashtag famous.
Unbelievable. As you can tell, other people have joined us. Big. It's what she does, ladies and gentlemen. It's Anna Furlong, ladies and gentlemen. It's Jared Grant who have joined us on the set after There Is No Other.
Amazing.
I mean, there's no other that compares to Jared. No other that compares to Anna. Or Noni.
100%. Or Duffy.
We have a lot of people watching, Non. We have a lot of people watching
So
everywhere.
which is
My
really
dear friends,
exciting.
our dear friends from New Life Fellowship in Cambodia. Angie,
guys.
Rose. That's all I know at the moment. I'm sure there's more of you watching. It's great to see you. We miss you heaps. We love you heaps. So thanks for joining us. It's really, really great.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
What
yeah.
a start.
I know, it's been a bang. Guys. It's been a
Amazing. Thank you for all your comments on the songs. People are going nutso and enjoying it.
And so they should.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's a really beautiful song, Jared, and
Yeah,
one
absolutely.
that you wrote. What was your inspiration around
Well, I don't want to take all the credit because
co-write?
Big co-writer.
I had a lot of fun actually. Tavis and I started a song at one of our songwriters retreats, And Anna walked in and helped and shaped what is the verses of this song. There's no other. And we did a bit of a Frankenstein, and we pulled the chorus of another song that was half written, one that Sam McLeod, hi Sam, if you're watching, we miss you, that we wrote a chorus to. And it was so interesting because the verses are really about just the majesty of God, that there's none other like him. And the chorus really is this offering of surrender and to God. And so these songs that were in different themes ended up, they were meant to be, they were meant to be together. So it was really fun to see it come together.
That's so good.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome. That's so good. Jared, I have to ask you this because, you're our beloved worship pastor. It's always great to hear you speak. Could you share with us why it was so key to release new music, especially at this time?
Yeah. It actually takes me back to a prophetic word that when I was just starting around at the church we got, and it was that we're about to get our own song, and that we were going from a place of singing other people's songs to a place of singing our own song. And I think it's really important that we're writing our own song and sound and releasing a sound, because it actually it's the difference between renting a house and owning a house. When you rent a house, you can't put your pictures up properly, you can't paint the walls and push walls down.
Totally.
But when you actually own a house, you make it your own.
Yeah.
You ask the master renovator here, and she'll tell you.
Just finished decking her pool, ladies and gentlemen, by herself.
There's nothing like being able to look around and say, this is us, this is us, this is our heart, this is our sound. And I think the importance of writing our songs is because we want to help our community go on and engage with one another, with a culture and a heart after God, and with a heart after worship. And I think our writers and our musicians and singers have actually shaped these songs to actually reflect our heart beautifully. We're actually here in the middle of what is the foyer, the heart of this building. Even though it's a ghost town so often now compared to normal, this is a very noisy space on a Sunday normally.
Yeah, it is actually.
I remember times standing in the middle of this foyer after a conference or a big Sunday where Bill Johnson and Leif Hetland are walking around laying hands on people, and people falling over and people getting touched by the power and the presence of God. And that is the core of who we are. As much as we love sending out sounds and music, we're the core of who we are. It's all about the beauty and the glory of Jesus and his love for the church, his love for people. And if we can send out something that is pure and beautiful from the heart of what God's doing here, it's a privilege. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, and there's been such deep wells dug over many, many, many years. I think back to when we first arrived here, and Andy Naylor, who I know was watching, shout out to Andy, was our worship pastor at the time, and that's kind of where this all started. And there's been so many iterations since then, and then both you guys are leading our team at the moment, which is really awesome, and Anna, particularly you leading, I guess, the external expression of Stairway and Stairway music. What's it like for you to see this project land?
The best. I think any time you get the privilege of creating something that leads someone to Jesus and releasing that is a joy. But getting to do that with family and getting to do that with friends, which really is at the core of this project, is that heart of connection and that invitation to connect with one another and ourselves and the Lord. It's a privilege and a joy. So this project has been unlike any project we've done before, both in timelines and in rehearsing time and in location, in proximity to each other. COVID kind of threw a bomb in the middle of our plans. And because of that, this project has really been a special, extra special joy to release.
there was no other.
There was no other.
Time like this time.
Well, we have for all you guys at home a whole host of giveaways that we'd like to give.
We do.
Now, the first one we'd like to give away is this amazing Stairway Music Cup.
Yeah.
It's designed by Frank Green.
It is.
Designed for humanity.
So cool.
And now, Anna was just telling me the cool thing about this cup is you can load it full of money electronically and just
Yes, you
swipe
can.
it easy pays you.
Is there a
fill
maximum,
up your cup.
actually?
$100, I believe.
Okay.
Really?
I mean, that's quite a lot for a cup.
Some of us like coffee a lot.
I feel like I
This is
go
true.
through that in about a
This
week.
is true.
So it's a dusty pink number.
That's very nice.
I hope you enjoy that at home. So here's the question that you need to answer in the chat at home.
Get those fingers ready to type in the
The home project part 1 is number blank of how many projects we've done in our church history in the last 30 years. It is number what?
And hint, projects includes all of the things that we've released, not just the albums. So
Yep,
if that
all
gives you a bit of a
projects.
clue.
Have a guess, have
Yeah.
a stab. The first one to get it right, my social media moderator over here is going to
Trustee.
make a note of that, and this cup will be yours, and it'll be.
I'm not sure Tavis is allowed to win.
No,
No, no,
because I went to
Tavis-
Tavis for the answer.
Yes.
So you're not allowed to comment, Tavis.
Yes. No winning for Tavis
Yeah, sorry, Tave.
on this one, but there's many other things, Tave, you can
Absolutely,
you can win, You
absolutely.
can win at, like the birth of
Look,
your
I'd like
beautiful
to see
son.
him drink out of a blush pink cup. I think that would be nice.
Suit your eyes, Tavis.
Well, we're about to jump into the next
Yeah,
song, which
we are.
is "Worthy Are You, Jesus."
It is. And Anna, we're just going to get you to introduce it and talk a little bit about it as we go into it.
I think there are some songs that you write specifically for congregations and to share with the world. And then there are some songs you write just for him. And for me, this was a song that started just for him. And it's a joy to share it with you all. I gave it to Jared to help shape, and we were able to work on it. And yeah, to me, it's just an overflow and an outpouring of affection for Jesus. So I hope it touches you all as you listen.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Looking
Enjoy.
forward to it.
Enjoy.
Let every sea with breath begin to sing. that I see, the more that I know, the more that I fall more in love. The more that I see, the more that I know, the more that I fall. The more that I see, the more that I know, the more that I fall. The more that I see, the more that I know, the more that I fall. The more that I see, the more that I know, the more that I fall more in love with you. Oh Father, I'm so in love with you. Oh Jesus, there is no one like you, Jesus. There is no one like you, Lord. Hey, and I love you. Yes, I love you. Hey, oh, the more that I see, the more that I know, the more that I fall. The more that I see, the more that I know, the more that I fall. The more that I see, the more that I know, the more that I fall. The more that I see, the more that I know, the more that I fall. The more that I see, the more that I know, the more that I fall. The more that I see, the more that I know, the more that I fall more in love. The more that I see, the more that I know, the more that I fall. The more that I see, the more that I know, the more I fall. Every morning you keep calling, you keep drawing me. Every morning you keep calling, you keep drawing me. Oh, every morning you keep calling, you keep drawing me, God. Every morning you keep calling, you keep drawing me, and I'm so in love with you. Oh yes, I'm so in love. I'm so in love. I'm so in love with you. There's no one like you, Jesus. The more that I see, more that I know, more that I fall. The more that I see, more that I know, more that I fall. The more that I see, more that I know, more that I fall. The more that I see, more that I know, more that I fall. If it's childlike faith, is all it takes to seek your King. Then it's childlike faith, I'm bringing in praise before you, Jesus. If it's childlike faith, it's all that it takes to seek your King. Then it's childlike faith, I'm bringing in praise before you, Jesus. Every morning, every morning, every morning. I'm so in love with you.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Mic drop.
Absolutely.
If only had a mic to
Yeah.
drop, I would drop it.
That is
But you know what has
dope
dropped?
song.
There's controversy on the set.
There is.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen at home, controversy on the set.
Controversial.
Jolly and Ali
There is.
have joined us. Welcome,
I mean, we're not
Jolly and Ali.
they're not the controversy on the set.
Could be for some
Sorry,
people.
let's just clarify that.
Egma, It might be. We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen.
We definitely do. That is the controversy on the set.
We've had all sorts of numbers thrown out around
We have?
what number this project is of all the projects that we've done in the last 30 years. 26? Nope, sorry about that.
Too many.
Wow, so many.
15, so close,
So
6 so
close.
far.
Was that
Barry-
Jules?
No, it's Barry.
Ah,
Barry
oh,
Inglis.
Barry.
Baz.
Dave
Come on,
McHugh,
Barry.
17, so close yet so far.
Dave, you
Jeremy
should know
John,
this, Dave.
24. Phil Hockham's 13. Hazel Ashley,
Wow.
18. Sharon, 25. Haley, 23. You're all
Nice.
so close.
So close, guys.
But the winner and the first one to put the winning number up,
Come on now.
which
Conspiracy.
was 16,
Come on now.
is
Conspiracy
my
alert.
gorgeous wife,
Conspiracy.
Annie Dowling.
It's a
How good
conspiracy.
is that?
I know what happened. He had a little coffee and he was like, hey, what are you doing today? And he's like, well, let me tell you what I'm
Do you
doing
wanna win a
today.
cup?
Actually, Annie,
Yeah, that's
there's
right.
going to be a question that's going to come up later tonight about blah, blah, blah. Did that happen?
The thing is,
She's
the cup
prophetic.
is really going to be used by me.
Oh, okay. So she really won it for you, Duff.
She won it for me. A dusty pink
A
cup
dusty
to go
pink
with
cup for you.
That's right. To go with my
To
dusty
go with your
pink-
green hat.
Go with the dusty
it's
shirt.
But I have a dusty pink shirt. So
Gorgeous.
Dusty,
Gorgeous.
Dusty
I love it.
Duffy.
It's
I love it.
fantastic. So well done, darling.
Oh, well done, Annie.
You're gorgeous, Annie. You're gorgeous.
Welcome, Jolie and Ali.
Thank you.
Welcome to you guys.
More Dowlings.
Thanks.
More
No one
Dowlings in the
welcomed
house.
us.
The truth is, guys, you couldn't win it unless you were a Dowling.
That's true.
Gotta be a darling.
It's a bit of a
That's
Dowling
right.
family affair.
That's actually not true.
It's pretty true.
And he's saying, I've been around for a long time.
She has.
That is true. That is true. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome.
I
You're
mean,
welcome.
you two have had a lot to do with this project.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. So,
You could tell. You
Yeah.
could tell.
We loved
We
it.
were all laughing a lot in
We
there.
like fun.
Totally. 100%.
Absolutely. We love watching you guys. We loved watching you guys in this particular project. But obviously, when it's real life and it's church, we also love watching you guys worship and do your thing. I think you're a bit of a power couple, bit of a PC,
yeah.
just in my opinion.
Represent.
Just fangirling real hard here.
That's right.
Thank you. Basically, we just want to welcome you guys again for the 16th time. Joel,
Correct.
I have the
Correct.
16th
Correct number.
project. I have a question for you, Joel. Getting straight to it. In terms of the project, now, this man, ladies and gentlemen, mixed and produced pretty much the entire thing, audio-wise, and yeah, I think that's pretty impressive because it sounded mwah. Now, how did this particular project compare to any other Stairway music assignments that you guys have had?
I think back on what Anna was saying earlier about that this is the first time that we've done something visual and something audio to this kind of extent. And so that has a whole world of challenges and excitements for me and for Benny, who produced the video side of things. So it was actually a lot of fun. So some of the challenges that we had to kind of push through regarding this is this reverb sounds incredible, but is this reverb a bit much?
Never.
No,
Sometimes, at some moments. So I think kind of picking this room. I remember walking into this room when this building was built, and I remember looking at Timmy and looking at Taven being like, we need to do drums in this room all the time. And so we did. So we recorded in this room a lot, but this is the first time that we've actually done like a full project. So so coming in, setting up, it sounds incredible, but sometimes it can all be a little bit too much. And so one of the things that the lighting guys actually set up was they set up a big lighting thing on top, which actually ended up kind of like halving the reverb time in half. So it actually ended up working perfectly.
Yeah, nice.
The reverb was only 17.5
Yeah,
milliseconds.
Yeah, too much of a good thing.
I don't know what that means.
But I think the big reason for kind of choosing this space was that we all wanted to lean into the character of what has happened in this room, and like Jared was talking about, you know, I remember being at More Conference, and we've had just people lining the walls and walking down and praying over people. So this room has history. This, and not just kind of sonically, but for our entire congregation. So I think it just fit the image of home perfectly. It you know, with this house structure that we're sitting under, a house within a house within a house.
Yeah.
Within the house of
So Inception.
Churchception, yeah, exactly. And then, you know, kind of taking these files and going into the mixing process was also a lot of fun. So one of the things that is really exciting about this project is that all of the vocals are all completely haven't been. Oh, this camera. Okay, great. I'm going to move over to this camera. all of the vocals are all nothing has been pre-recorded.
Get out
nothing
of town.
has been touched
Get
up at
out
the end.
of town.
It is
Now we
all
can really
in
give
the
Jared
moment.
round of applause.
I mean, honestly. So, all those vocals, all of the
amazing.
drums, all
Amazing.
the keys, all of the bass. We just did some retouches on some acoustic guitars. But apart from that, everything that you're seeing, everything you're hearing, happened in this room over a couple of takes on each song.
And
so,
that's like, for those who perhaps don't know the ins and outs of live recording in Churchland, the truth is that a whole lot of stuff gets re-recorded.
yes,
Totally.
On most projects, you know, like vocals, you
yeah,
know,
pretty much everything.
drums are sampled, all of that kind of stuff. So for that, that's pretty fantastic. And Jolly, just a question without notice for you. When you came to mix it and put it all together, and maybe even before that, when you were thinking about how the project would come together, what approach did you want to take to the sonic palette of this particular project?
I think it was really important to, as I said earlier, like lean into the space. And so not just, record everything here and then just see how the reverb kind of reacted. Actually going, we're going to, spiritually and prophetically, we're going to like push into this reverb and this space. And so what ended up happening is that the entire mix ends up getting built on that foundation. And so it's one of the first things that is kind of like put up. And so what I would do is I'd put up the room mics and I'd be like, okay, so that is like in essence the kind of foundation that everything else then has to kind of sit on top. And so in certain moments you can really hear the room, in other moments you can't really hear the room, but it's all a part of the juggle of trying to make everything sound really nice and clear, but also not totally washed out with too much reverb. So it was a lot of fun.
good.
Loved it.
You've done a great job, amazing
was.
job. Before we ask Ali some questions, we have another giveaway.
Another one.
Now you have a choice at home, people. And sorry, my lovely darling Annie, you can't win 2 prizes in one night.
Maybe she can.
into this
Conspiracy.
You too can look like me and wear, well actually you can have this one or, no you can't have that one, but that wouldn't be very nice.
Shirt off my back.
Stairway Music shirt available for you. The question is, really easy question.
Do you want me to hold that for you?
Thank you. I would never want to put it on the ground. I want to keep it pristine for that person who would win the wonderful shirt. The question is, where was the latest country we visited, Stairway Music visited, on a ministry trip? Go right now. Go right now. What was the last one?
Now,
There's really few.
now, keeping in mind the country that we did visit, they are watching at the moment, and unfortunately,
Yes.
you guys obviously know the answer, so please
Don't yell
refrain from actually.
Oh, we have a winner?
Ashley,
Oh,
we have a winner.
We have a winner. Ashley from
Ashley.
Stairway Vineyard.
I hadn't even
Anna's
finished putting
mum.
the
Anna's
applause
mum.
yet.
Sorry, enough
mum
family
just
members
missed
have
out.
won
Marcus
prizes. We need to shut this
Ashley,
down.
Ashley from C3 Vineyard, yes?
Yeah.
Ashley.
Well done. Well done, Ashley.
And
Amazing.
just for kicks and giggles, where do you think we should go next? I'd like to know that.
Oh,
we may have a prize for you.
Best
Our favourite.
suggestion for an extra
Now,
prize.
The Maldives. Where should we go next?
They need Jesus too.
And if you finance it, we'll give you a prize. All right?
Great.
Great. We've got a wonderful prize for you.
Just a small amount of money.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Packing.
Pakenham.
I come down there enough. No one else needs to come there.
Jared's going to Pakenham tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or
There you go.
in a few
Represent.
days. So
Oh, there you go.
Thank
he
you.
can
Missions
represent us. All right, Ali.
Hi.
Now you've been part of lots of our projects over the years. How has this one differed for you?
Are you referring to me as a fossil, or are you just been here a while?
Fossils are
I didn't say
valuable.
Sweetheart,
yeah.
you're a gorgeous fossil.
I have been here quite a long time. I've done a few projects with this house, which
Yeah.
has been my greatest joy. This one has been very different for us, certainly personally, because we literally only got, I think it was 1 or 2 rehearsals, I think. I really only got to rehearse a song, I think it was twice.
Wow.
And then on the night, we got like 3 takes, and that was kind of it. And so in terms of being malleable in the moment and just kind of shifting with the sands with the whole COVID, situation, because we weren't actually going to be doing an EP. We were kind of honing in on doing an album, but obviously COVID happened, and then we just changed it up a bit. So I think we all learnt to be very malleable and quick on our feet.
Yeah.
But I think personally, for just even in this space, we've been talking about this space a lot. This space, for those that don't know, I don't know where I'm looking, you, yes? For those that don't know, this is really where we do community. This is where we do family. You can see our coffee machine in the back and our cafe. So we all pile out of church and we connect here. And so it's really special that we get to do something where we're in this place where we actually connect together with one another. So it's different for me in that sense. This is really where we do family, right here, in this space.
That's awesome. And
It's usually a big table here, and when
It's usually a big
all
table,
around it,
yeah.
And
donuts.
sometimes food.
Sometimes food.
not all the
The
time.
best,
Should be more.
best
Just
when
on
it's
special
food.
services.
Sorry to interject, but
Yeah.
when you were saying, that you only got like a handful of rehearsals and
Yeah.
takes in terms of, and then Joel, to what you were saying before, that the vocals weren't pre-recorded. Like, I just think that that's such a testament to the level that obviously you guys are operating at, and that we can output something like that with such little to begin with at the start. And yeah, that's insane. Like, that blows my mind. The vocals are seamless. So,
Well, I mean, that's gushing reviews from Ronnie.
seriously.
It's true. It is
I'm
true.
biased.
However, I do recall.
Here we go.
I do recall there was more than 3 takes, because for you, Ali, there was a hairy moment.
There was a slight hairy moment.
There was a hairy moment.
There was.
wasn't there?
I actually got 4 takes.
Okay.
And not because I'm a diva,
3.5.
because
Pretty much 4.
because
turn off the
in the middle of a take, I realised probably about 10 seconds in the song that there was this giant long hair in the back of my throat.
Oh my gosh.
And for those of you that know, come on, we've all had a hair in our mouth before. And I was trying desperately to sort of sing around it, and kind of,
That's a skill
turning
in
off
itself.
camera and being like,
A real
doing-
professional would.
Trying to, and I think I got like 30 seconds into the song, maybe a bit longer, and I just was like, guys, I have to stop. This is massive long hair. I need to get it out. And of course, there's everyone here. Like, it's not just a couple of people. It's like video people. And there are people upstairs recording. So everyone has to stop what they're doing. So you feel like a bit of a numpty. But I was there just like, just
Pulling it out.
trying to
Just pulling it out like this.
Rapunzel.
We got it on tape and on film, so
I mean, we're not showing that.
We'll show it later.
Gracious.
Not tonight.
We'll put it up at some point. 'cause
Yeah.
It's a classic.
It'll be its own live
It'll be its
night.
own,
Yeah.
its own whole song.
Just for
We'll
a
do a
3-second
launch just
clip.
for the bloopers.
Yeah, great.
I love it.
Please do.
So This Love is the
This
next
Love.
song we're going to watch and listen to.
Yeah.
It's one of your songs that you wrote.
Yeah.
Did you write it yourself or with
I
some other
certainly
people?
didn't. I wrote it with this guy and my bestie Anna, who you've already seen. In the
Yes.
other dusty pink shirt.
Tell us about that song.
This song has a real special place in my heart. I love this song. as a songwriter, I think you have these moments where you long for the aha moments in writing and lyrical writing. And I don't know about you guys, but in my lifetime, I certainly have felt unqualified in very many different areas of my life, let alone music, let's just put that aside, but
100%.
even in just being a mum or being a wife, or in ministry. And the lyrics of the first verse, I think, really sum up this song. It says, I'm not defeated by my weakness. I'm not afraid of falling short. I'm not defined by any failure. I qualify because I'm yours. And so when we wrote that, we were just like, we qualify because we're his. But then it goes on in the chorus and it says, it's your goodness, it's your grace, it's your voice that calls my name. And I read this really great quote recently which says, the enemy knows you by your name and yet calls you by your sin. But God knows you by your sin yet calls you by your name. And so I would just hope for anyone that's watching that as you listen to this song that you receive wave upon wave of his goodness. And not just his goodness, but his acceptance of you. And knowing that you're completely and utterly qualified because you're his. And his love for you only gets better. His love for you only gets sweeter. And his love for you only gets stronger. So I hope you're blessed watching this.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm not defeated by my weakness. I'm not afraid of falling short. I'm not defined by every failure. I qualify 'cause I am yours. There is no end and no beginning. You're limitless and still you're here, surrounding me with grace unending. Your love has silenced every fear. Oh, it's your goodness. Oh, it's your grace. Oh, it's your voice that calls my name. I am surrounded by your embrace. Oh, it's your love that fills this place. Hey, hey. Hey, you fill this place, you fill this place. You are the voice within creation. You are the peace that calms the storm, colliding grace inside the chaos. Ooh, you are the power to transform. Oh, it's your goodness. Oh, it's your grace. Oh, it's your voice that calls my name. I am surrounded by your embrace. Oh, it's your love that fills this place. Oh, it's your goodness. Oh, it's your grace. Oh, it's your voice that calls my name. I am surrounded by your embrace. Oh, it's your love that fills this place. Ooh, your love, come and fill, come and fill, come and fill. This love only gets better. This love only gets sweeter. This love only gets stronger. This love only gets better. This love only gets sweeter. This love only gets stronger. Whoa. This love only gets better. This love only gets sweeter. This love only gets stronger. Ooh, yeah. This love only gets better. This love only gets sweeter. This love only gets stronger. This love only gets better. This love only gets sweeter. This love only gets stronger. This love only gets better. This love only gets sweeter. This love only gets stronger. This love only gets better. This love only gets sweeter. This love only gets stronger. Stronger, stronger. This love only gets better. This love only gets sweeter. This love only gets stronger. Oh, it's your goodness. Oh, it's your grace. Oh, it's your voice that calls my name. I am surrounded by your embrace. Oh, it's your love that fills this place. Oh, it's your goodness. It's your grace. It's your voice that calls my name. I am surrounded by your embrace. It's your love that fills this place. Hey, yeah. Your love, your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Your love, your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Ooh, you're in everything. You're in everything. He's in the sun, he's in the rain. Oh, it's his goodness every day. He's in the sun, he's in the rain. Oh, it's his goodness every day. He's in the sun, he's in the rain. Oh, it's his goodness every day. He's in the sun, he's in the rain. Oh, it's his goodness every day. He's in the sun, he's in the rain. Oh, it's his goodness every day. He's in the sun, he's in the rain. Oh, it's his goodness. Oh, 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 yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I feel like I'm going to say that after every track that we play, but oh my goodness. Did you guys enjoy that? I know you can't answer me, but maybe say
They
it in
can.
the comments.
They can answer you. They can say yes on the feed.
Surely, surely you did.
First yes
Surely.
wins
What?
a shout out from me.
It's like, we don't have a prize for this.
We've got one more prize, but not for the yes.
Not
I'm
for-
still
not for the
waiting
yes.
for the yes.
Yes. The next giveaway we have, I think is going to ring true to everyone here. So we've got
Absolutely.
one of these beautiful prints that
Yep.
I think, I don't know when we started having these at for Stairway Music, but anyway, regardless, it doesn't matter. They're beautiful. They're hand printed here in Collingwood in Melbourne, and they're just some of the most like beautiful things I've ever seen, and I would actually personally like one in my house, but obviously I can't win this competition. Sad. But the competition is...
But you can buy one.
I can
If
buy
you go
one.
to our
I
store,
can
you can
actually
buy one, Noni. Yeah.
This is true. This is true. So, to win this, if you want to win one of these beautiful prints, you can write in the comments and tell us in, let's say, 25 words or less,
Yep.
what home means to you.
Yeah.
Look, we're going to look for creativity. We're going to look for obviously spirituality as well.
Yeah.
But
Or humour.
but if you want to make it funny, we are so into that too. So it's all on the table. There's really no rules. Just stick to the 25-word limit. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes,
But
and
yeah.
at the end of the night, we'll select a winner.
We will.
And
we'll let
post
you know.
this gorgeous
We'll let you know.
thing out
It's
to you.
A4, in case. I'm not sure if everything just looks big in my hand, but it's A4. Fun fact.
Speaking of big people, look who's joined us.
Good segue.
That's the worst segue in history. Benny,
COVID hasn't been kind.
Benny Dopp, Matt Dobson.
We didn't mean it like that.
No,
okay,
I meant
sorry.
like big spiritually.
Oh, okay.
I meant big
Spiritual giants.
metaphorically.
Presence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Presence.
Yeah.
The way you
That's
carry yourselves.
I'm still going to do push-ups tonight, just sit-ups.
Now, for those of you out there in Streamland who've never met these guys or know who they are, Benny is an incredible guy, great friend, a very, very talented young man. Has
Very
a great business called Noisy Post, doing post work, audio post work for films, for scores, for TV, for all sorts of different things. Also incredibly gifted editor.
Absolutely.
And then alongside him, the very, very handsome man to his left.
Recovery.
You like that? Matt Dobson, cinematographer. That'd be fair, wouldn't it? I'm just going to say it.
Yeah, well,
Extraordinaire.
you said it,
you know.
Extraordinaire.
Matt works
It's a real
in
title.
film and
It's
TV
a real title.
all over Melbourne, all over across Australia, and is an exceptional artist at what he does. So yeah, it's really, really awesome.
Yeah.
So it's great to have him. Great to have you here with us, buddy. So we wanted to make sure, guys, that we had a bit of the insight behind the scenes of this project, not from just a songwriter's perspective, but also some of the other great artists involved. And so,
Absolutely.
as Anna and Jolie have said, we're doing visuals alongside the music part as well. So that's why we want these guys in here. So Ben, if I can start with you, because well, you both were early on involved in dreaming about how this could look stylistically. What then was the approach that you kind of went for in terms of both shooting it and then editing the audio side of things?
We definitely had a look. Our fearless leader, Anna, had some ideas of what she wanted to do. And I think, you know, we really were bound to, well, I would say we're bound. Everyone else is like, you know, this foyer is our home, and you know, all that is beautiful, but to make this foyer feel homely, it was a bit of a tricky thing. But we had people like Alana, who was amazing, stressing the set and everything as well. But I think from the start, we want to go with this muted kind of earthy vibe, a warm, welcoming vibe, and that's obviously what the artwork represents as well. And so we tried to approach that the same way. So, you know, we made sure everyone was wearing, it doesn't happen by chance, these things don't happen by chance, so we made sure everyone was wearing muted colours, whether it's black, white, or just, you know, earthy colours. And lighting, we chose not to use any big colours or anything like that. And yeah, everything down to the rugs on the floor, which I'm not sure you saw them that often in the footage, but everything like that to just give a warmth to this room.
There's a great shot of Jordan's feet at one point.
There was.
which
There
Yeah.
was,
is-
yeah.
And you see the nice rug.
Can do.
below his
Yeah,
feet.
well, we had to show it off, you know.
Yeah.
I think we hide them,
All
so
the
you got to show
Persians.
them off, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's Converse. That's it.
Yeah. So that's definitely, you know, we try to capture that all the way through to, you know, obviously I did the edit and the colouring as well, the post-colouring, and we just wanted to make sure that from shot to shot it obviously sort of glued together, and yeah.
We often see in these sorts of things really, what's the word I'm looking for? Slick still,
Polished.
dollies and really polished sort of camera work and, the type of production. And although this is slick in a sort of different way, is there an approach maybe for you, Matt, in when you shot it and what we discussed around it, that we wanted to shoot it in a particular style? And so not have it, all real still and all that kind of stuff, have a rawness to it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
Definitely.
we decided to shoot it handheld, which gives a bit of life to it, which I think really helps with that home message not being too static or like too slick and set. It also just gives us all the freedom to capture the band, to be able to move around and find those moments between band members and those little key bits. I think it was really important for us to try and assist that idea and that concept of home, and rather than getting in the way of that, to go, all right, well, how can we work with this band and do the thing, and really just capture that, and that really shooting it in that way allowed us to get that rather than locking ourselves in too tight.
Yeah, and we've not done anything of this nature, the whole, gluing visual and audio together. We've done most of the productions and music videos have been in church services or at conference time, and obviously that's got its own look, it's stage lighting, and we have cameras on tripods. Obviously there's one stage camera that's handheld, but we wanted to get, as you say, like that raw vibe where there is that movement, and obviously we hope it wasn't too jarring, but it obviously gives you just a different look to what you used to here at Stairway.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of other guys in helping out who are not here. Dan, big shout out to you, Dano, on cameras, and Jeremy out the back here, and Renee. What was it like for you guys in shooting that night, just kind of working together with a bunch of other people that you work?
It's always lovely to work with people who are awesome at what they do, and I think as the person who had to edit it as well, and we had a lot of little complications here and there, and I think we all came into this room, and even Matt pulled a bit of an audible, as I call it audible, a last minute change with the lighting. The big scrim structure that we ended up hanging wasn't originally planned to be just dead over the top, but it was a great last minute change. I think just gave this soft light on everyone that was beautiful. But just to have the guys who, I could trust when, making the calls, I was like, this is what we're doing, and I could trust that, including yourself, that everyone would, they've got a great eye and could capture all the shots we need, and obviously it gave me lots of great options when editing, so yeah.
Matt, you did run the lead on the lighting side of things, probably because you're such an incredible expert and a great eye. We had a mate up you had a mate up the back here who last minute came in and saved the day. Praise Jesus. But just take us through the setup and some of those funny things that happened on the day.
Yeah. So as Benny said, we came in, there was an initial plan to light it in a certain way, and I think as Joel and a few of the guys have mentioned, just some of the challenges with this space, and that meant we came and we were like, right, how can we make this space look as good as it can, and we don't want to light everything up too much. We want it to stay quite intimate, so we came up with the idea of lighting from overhead. It creates a nice pool of light. It doesn't light up the whole space. Really, fortunately, we had some last minute help that just went above and beyond with a whole bunch of rigging gear, and which was great, which really gave us the opportunity to light it in a way that we wouldn't have been able to do. And everyone, we put in just having that main light up to cover everybody, and then just put some other kind of lights around just to help each band member out, so we could basically try and give us the opportunity to shoot anyone from any angle as we find certain bits, and make sure everyone's exposed and they're looking as good as they can. And
That's great.
I think we got there.
It's great.
Yeah. I mean, I personally, when we got to see the full thing, I was pretty blown away. Like, how did you guys manage to capture every single person visually in their moments of worship from actually like the footage and the things that you got and editing it and putting it together? Like, I just thought it flowed so well, and you really did actually, like, every single person that you showed, it was them, and it was their pure moment with the Lord in that second. And yeah, that added everything to it. And yes, like all the projects we've done, as we've talked about before, like they've all been audio and they've all been amazing, but to kind of marry that with the video was just another level and was something else. So yeah, I think you guys this is more of a compliment rather than a question.
Yeah.
It was,
yeah. Well, look, at the end of the day, we're here to capture a moment. So those moments were happening, and fortunately we had good crew and everyone worked well. No one sort of stepped on each other's toes.
Yeah.
And fortunately, it was because we didn't have anyone watching all the footage back on the night, as in everyone just was doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Obviously because of COVID and budget and all these other things, that's how we had to shoot it. And I kind of, when I got to editing, to have all the moments there, it was amazing, And so obviously they were there, I could just put them in.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's definitely, you work with good people and you have a great experience in the room, and it's just about a matter of capturing it.
Yeah.
It was a pretty clear directive for us, was that we didn't want to get in the way of what was happening in the room.
Yeah.
Like it's very easy to come in and kind of take over and try and drive something quite a lot, because you feel you're very important in what you've got to do. But I think what you're saying, what you've seen, with each of the members and just finding their moments, is that we just let that happen, and we're just observing what they were doing rather than trying to control it too much. And that means it's a compromise visually, but I think there's a huge benefit in that it becomes authentic and real. And
that's it.
I go for that every day.
That's the word.
You both are very important, and you played a very important role
Absolutely.
in this whole project, and we really appreciate it. We appreciate the wonderful gift the Lord's given to you, how you steward it so well. And thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
And so we have our final song for this evening. We're going to come back afterwards and chat a little bit more, maybe do another giveaway or two, and then do some Q&As. So make sure maybe during this next song, as you're basking in the glory of how good the visuals look, the cinematography, the lens flares, all of that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Think about a question that you might want to ask anyone that you saw tonight, except Pete McHugh, because he had to go to an elders meeting, but everyone else is still here and would love to answer your questions. So pop it in the comments.
Yeah.
We'll look at those, we'll get them up, and then we can answer them for you. So the next song is by beautiful Kate. Who's not here because she's working. Bummer. But it is called To the One. Check it out.
Ever-present one, you're unwaveringly kind, closer than a friend, you never leave my side, the keeper of my heart, you cover me with love, you catch me when I fall. Here with every word, you're always speaking life. The softest voice I've heard, I know that I can trust. I hear your melody, and I'm caught up in the song. You catch me when I fall. This will be my song all my days. The sweetest love of all is your name. This will be my joy, bringing praise to the one who gave it all, to the one who gave it all. Wrapped in your embrace, you're closer than my skin. I feast upon your love every time I breathe you in. You see into my heart, you know me inside out. You always catch me when I fall. Oh, this will be my Here's my response to this love. Here's my response to you, Jesus. Oh, you deserve it all. Yeah, 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 yeah. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you. And I love you, Lord. And I lift my voice to worship you. Oh, my soul, every part of me will rejoice. So take joy, my King, in what you hear. It's for you and you alone. And let it be a sweet, sweet sound. Oh, let it be, and let it be a sweet, oh, let it out. Oh, with no abandon to you. And let it be a sweet, here it goes. Oh, the sound is rising up to heaven. Like incense it rises from our hearts. Let it be a sweet sound. Oh, let it be a sweet, let it be a sweet sound. Oh, and let it be a sweet, sweet sound like incense to you. Let it be a sweet sound. Let it be for you, Lord Jesus. Sweet sound for you.
Wow.
Kate Westwood,
Kate.
you legend.
Woo! Wish you were here.
Yeah, I wish you were here.
You know, it's funny. I'm not sorry. I'm not being asked a question.
No, please talk.
Since
It's fine.
when does the invitation need to come?
Correct.
Yes, Anna
It's
Furlong,
funny
ladies and
to me
gentlemen.
because songs like that one were written when we were writing for Symphony. So in
Oh, wow.
2018 in January, we went away for Symphony writing retreat, and that song was started by Kate and Jordan in the retreat, and it has stayed with us and been rewritten and worked on faithfully and rewritten and rearranged. And so to see it come alive for this project is so exciting.
Was that
Killed it, guys.
Was that the snout of a duck retreat?
No,
wasn't-
that wasn't. That was a different retreat.
Different.
A backstory.
Okay, there's a
There-
great backstory around
There's
that.
a
Anyway.
great video. Joel and Jordan are known for giving crisp high fives, and I don't mean just your average high five. I
Like
mean
the
like
ones
a,
that are like,
yeah.
All
Yeah.
of Cambodia heard one of their high fives once.
wow.
Yep, it's
There was
true.
a tremor.
Angels
welcome.
cry. It's
See you,
true.
Luke. See you, Luke. Hey, how you going out there? Sorry, go on.
I'm finished. That was
You're
the end of my
finished.
rant.
Oh, that's amazing.
Thank you for letting me interrupt.
That is amazing. Keep the questions coming, people. We've
Absolutely.
got some great questions, and we have a very special guest just in a moment. Won't give it away, but we're trying some new tech out here.
Oh.
We love doing first things just on a whim. Just fly off the
Why
It's our style. It's our style.
why plan, stay in that mosaic space.
It's beautiful.
But in a more planned kind of scenario here, Anna, how can people get hold of this incredible music?
Yes.
I'm so
Tell us.
glad you asked, Duffy.
Tell us how.
Well, you'll notice that these songs have been coming out on YouTube every Wednesday. We've been premiering one of the tracks. So this week, This Love is coming out on YouTube, which is super exciting. And then to the one we just watched and all we're needing to pick ourselves up off the floor after, will be coming out the Wednesday after. These are YouTube releases, though, which I understand if you've just listened to this music and you were like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, you, Stairway,
I'm still on MySpace.
unfollow, block. I really want to listen to these songs and worship. We really felt we wanted to make them available in an audio format for you guys just for 24 hours because they don't technically come out till July 3rd or 10th. I'll confirm the date on socials. And that's because we're getting them distributed, but we wanted to make the audio tracks available. And so on our website, we will pin a link in the feed where you guys can head on across and you can download them. And that's really because it's our heart to bless you. Thank you for coming to the event. Thank you for coming to our home and for being a part of this really special moment with us. And we hope it's blessed you. So that's where you can find that. And also keep an eye out for the live devotionals on a Wednesday, because we are getting so much feedback that people are just engaging with that content and really being touched by the painters' work. We have an amazing creative collective here who have been dreaming about how they can tease these songs out and be a blessing to you guys. So we have amazing artwork from John and Pauline O'Connell was last week and the week before.
Unreal.
Yeah, it's just such a joy to see. We have a really special thing planned for this Wednesday, which I won't say too much about, but we can't wait to share it with you.
We can't wait.
We can't wait. Duffy's got to finish it off later, so you really can wait.
I mean, you might have to wait.
You may. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
It'll be fine. I'll make sure I get it done. As soon as I finish here, I'm going, no.
Sleep is for the weak.
It is. That's right. You need less sleep as you get older. That's what my grandfather always said to me.
That's true.
So, so good. Questions? What questions do we have? Shall we check? No, well, let's go to our special guest. I think we're going to head there. Josh, are we okay to do that? Now, I was just talking to Jolie when that last song was playing, and Jolie's commenting was, we focused a whole lot on the incredible songwriters, a whole lot on our incredible tech guys and cinematographers and editors and all that kind of stuff, but our musos were just out of this world.
Yes.
We are really blessed with such great musicians, with beautiful musicianship, but their ability, I think, to tap into what the Holy Spirit is doing in a moment and really play in that prophetic space, play in that spontaneous place is really, really special. And it's one of the hallmarks of this house, I believe anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
And so we thought that we'd get one online to interact with, and we had a question come through around the drums. So let's see if we can get Morgan Douglas on the feed. Now, hopefully we've got his audio and we've got my audio. Morgan, it's great for you to join us. Thank you so much, buddy, for coming in last minute. We'd love to hear from you, mate, on what your approach was musically and, with the drums for this particular project. Can you just kind of give us a bit of an overview?
Such an amazing project to be a part of. What was really special about it, I think, was probably the unpreparedness. So we didn't go into it thinking that we really needed to overdo or over-prepare or over-rehearse. I think some of the really special moments in what was captured was just the rawness of the moment and what we felt the Holy Spirit was doing. And I think we had some of the parts down pat, but to actually capture who we are as a church and what we're trying to capture as part of home, I think that really came out in just those raw parts of trying to not over rehearse and not overdo it.
Awesome. And I've heard of late, mate, that you're rocking some pretty awesome cymbals. Can you give us a bit of a lowdown on those? A bit of a plug for my friend Dylan Redmond?
We're getting specific.
Oh, Dylan Redmond, a friend of the house, a friend of home. Dylan's a guy I've been in contact with probably around a year ago, and legend of a guy, makes incredible cymbals, and yeah, I don't know what more to say. Incredible instruments, and yeah, if you're a drummer, you got to check them out. But yeah, I mean,
Awesome, mate. Well, thank you so much for joining us. How about that? How about that, guys?
So
We just whip in one of the musos
Amazing.
just like that on a whim.
Amazing.
He's been
Amazing.
waiting in his drum cage all night.
Waiting in the wings, as
He
it
literally
were.
does have a drum cage. All right, so what other questions have we got? Has anyone garnished any other questions?
Yes, any other questions?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Oh, yes. Okay, but they wouldn't have heard that. We've got home part 1. Is there going to be
Part 2.
part 2?
So much suspense.
So much suspense. So, yes is the answer. And we are especially excited about this because what actually happened in January is we set out to record an album in the middle of our auditorium with 200 people from our congregation and church just worshipping their guts out to the Lord. Obviously, that's not a great idea in a corona environment. So we, like you guys at home, we pivoted. We had to go back to the Lord and back to the drawing board and be like, what are you saying? Do we put this on hold or do we press on? And this project in the foyer was what we really felt the Lord asked us to do. But as restrictions lift, we have some pretty exciting things planned for Home Part 2, which hopefully will be coming out in the end of the year.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we're all in anticipation for that too.
It's going to
That's
be
right.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's going to be
And you kind of, we've set the bar here and now it's time to go
absolutely.
Yep.
to another level. Let's take it to E flat.
Take it
That's what
to E flat.
We've had a couple of beautiful home quotes coming through from our little
Can't wait to see
competition.
these. Yep.
So we've got, I saw my friend Luke, well, here's one, from Georgia West. Home is an open door, a full table, where love resides and he is found.
Wow.
That is beautiful.
Oh,
Is that a
Goosebumps.
songwriter? You must be a songwriter.
I know.
Got to be a songwriter.
There's a poem.
That is beautiful. We've got another one from Luke, if I can find it. Where are you? Let it resound. No, not that one, mate. I'm getting there. Someone else
It's
talk.
going to be a bit of a tight one here.
So
That's
say something.
Say something.
It was really good. Here it is.
It was really.
Here it is. Here it
Glad I
is.
filled
Here it
that
is.
silence well.
Home is the place where my heart is at rest and my identity is known.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you, Luke.
Gosh.
Profound.
That is
Wow.
beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to decide out of.
Now do we have to choose the most
Do we have to choose?
beautiful?
We do.
Oh, that's you guys' job. I'm out.
You know
We-
what?
How could
We're
you?
going to send them both.
Yeah, I was really
They're
hoping you were
both
going to
the
make
winner.
that call.
Luke,
Everybody-
all the way in Phnom Penh in
Yeah.
Cambodia, you are receiving one of those beautiful prints.
Beautiful.
I'm pretty sure I've got your address, but just send it to me just in case.
Definitely.
And then Georgia West, wherever you're located, send us your details. Direct message us at Stairway Music,
definitely.
and we will send that out to you. All right. Well, we've come to the end of our evening.
We have.
I mean, it's
Wow.
been fantastic.
It's been so much fun. I hope you guys have had equally as much fun and laughed as much as I think I've probably laughed the most here, as much as I have. But yeah, it's been such a privilege to pick your brains and hear your hearts, and have you guys just share the journey from I guess beginning to end on this. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
So,
That's
thank you.
great.
Thank
It's
you for being
just
here.
the beginning. We would love to
Totally.
hear your stories. So as you're listening
Yeah.
to those songs, if the Lord's doing something, stirring something in you, if
Definitely.
you're hearing stories of people listening to it and they're coming back to you with their stories,
Yeah.
we'd love
Yeah.
to hear those as well, because the music that we're released from this house is there to serve you. It's to
Yeah.
serve the kingdom.
Yeah.
It's to be released over this nation and beyond. And so it's our heart that that's what happens. So Anna,
Absolutely.
Noni, everybody
Duffy,
here.
Anna,
Thank
everyone.
you very much for watching. Love you all, and we will see you the next time we do something like this. Bye for now.
Bye.
Mwah. Bless you guys.